Hello and welcome back to Sovl. Today we're playing as the Dead Nations. I played this game. Mainly I got up to difficulty 5 in my spare time. And I want to, complete my promise that I made in my Elf Mage campaign. Because, I just want to try something out, something different. And gotten kind of bored of playing as the Elves and the Dwarves, and everything else isn't really that high up. Still waiting for the update to make difficulty leveling up easier. Still waiting for that, complete difficulty and the next 2 difficulties unlock. So, if you beat like the base game or something like that on, where is it? So yeah, if I were to beat difficulty 3, I would like difficulty 4 and 5 to unlock. So then you're kind of jumping or leapfrogging a single difficulty. Still waiting on that. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to be playing as the Undead. The Vampire Knights have the easiest campaign, then it's the Necromancer, and then it's the Wight Lord. So obviously I'm going to take the Wight Lord because it's more difficult. As you can see, I haven't really played as him. So let's begin. Okay, right then. So for the Wight Lord, I'm not going to lie, I don't really have a strategy for this guy. He's mainly the melee guy, so the bats are really good. So I'm going to pick the bats, yeah. I'm going to try to do what you would do with the Cavalry Lord, or whatever, the Vampire Lord, whatever they're called. I'm going to try to use the same strategy. Use the same strategy where you... So we're using the same strategy where you basically get the enemies caught up in melee and then you attack them from 2 sides. That's the best strategy that you can have. The bats are really good. If you get the chance between the bats and the wolves, always pick the bats. It's quite obvious why. Look, 2 wounds, 2 attacks. Yeah, sure, they might not have as much power as the wolves, but I'm not going to lie. The wolves are absolutely trash with their 1 wound. It's there's no competition. So the bats are really nice. They got a long, I think that's a longer range than the wolves, and just in general, just better. And then, as a bit of a screw you, give them terror as well. Definitely don't let them ever come back after routing. I've also played around with the sound settings. That's something that I need to do for my Mordheim playthrough. Because yeah, it's just really annoying when you're like trying to speak and then there's like a loud ba-boom, It's not something that I really enjoy, like editing. But it's a bit awkward to do the sound design post-editing if there's like loud noises happening, because it just interferes with the music that you're adding. And I've also found out that if you press, is it Control and the spacebar, basically the game speeds up its dice rolls. So we'll try to see if that works right now or not. Yeah, I think it is Control spacebar. So yeah, it's left Control and spacebar. There we go. If you want to speed up your dice rolls, that's the button that you have to press together. Something that I found out while playing as the Vampire Lord, trying to get through dice rolls really quickly. Let's see, I want to spread out the bats. So really want to kite this Boar Rider. There has a big problem with being kited, but I'm not about to complain. The game is already difficult enough. So somebody also let me know that, after me abusing the cannons and the AI behind the cannons were nerfed. So yeah, thank you for letting me know that. So as you can see, there's going to be no cannons in this playthrough, because the cannons, again, were nerfed. I feel like every single time I make like an overpowered playthrough, something gets nerfed. So maybe I should stop making videos about this sort of stuff, or maybe I should double down. Why not nerf everything into the ground? I really want to do a double side charge because then I can use the fear on these guys as well. And then that should mean that we only get retaliated by 6 units. Because 3 on this side, 3 on this side. Well, the good thing is I can always charge them in from behind, can't I? There we go. So that's that unit saved. Never really want to engage from the front. It's just Doesn't end well most of the time. So yeah, melee lord again. Noticed that melee lords do quite well towards the end game when they have a large enough unit. So yeah, like the dwarf, you can get really unlucky with melee lords, and if they do get unlucky enough in melee against an enemy lord, then you could just lose an entire battle off of just losing the single lord. Because you stack like 7 attacks on this guy, and you do stack a bunch of attacks on this guy, and you buy like hundreds of gold in the shop worth of boosts and stuff like that. So when it does actually fail, it hits you quite hard, because you know you could have used that money to upgrade other units and stuff like that. So there are downsides to just picking a melee lord, and something that I've noticed towards the end of my dwarf difficulty 7 campaign. There were a few battles where the lord died, and then I had to really like scramble my way through. So I took a bit more than was necessary damage in the previous battle. I've also noticed that if you have like any sort of spear unit, yeah, like these guys, if you were to charge them in, they'd lose the back row of attacks, but if they were to be charged, then they would gain the back row of attacks. So pretty sure that's how that works. +1 defense, extra rank support attacks when not charging. Yep, there we go. So that, yeah, basically try to take advantage of that. Very helpful. Because I'm gonna wait for the wolves to move up. Nice. So yeah, it's fine, because these guys can charge the wolves, and then these guys can charge the other side, so perfectly fine. Don't worry about showing my flank, because the wolves won't get a charge off anyway. As you can see, the bats, they're definitely quite strong. They get additional attacks, they get additional skill, they get additional wounds, they get 4 skill, because you can upgrade their skill once. Basically, they're just great all around. Better overall, no downsides really. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't actually know what terror does to units that don't have morale rolls. So I'm gonna use it, but I don't actually know what it does. Because these guys, if they lose the combat phase, they basically just roll for decay, they don't rout, so. Okay, so you know me, I had to pick the dragon, because dragons are cool. That's my other excuse. No. I play this game to have fun. That's why I also record videos for it. So yeah. So if I'm not picking the dragon, then I'm not having fun. Oof. So I also got that hex spell as well, so I'm fully planning on quite literally charging the dragon in, hexing the giant, and then watching him get absolutely demolished. I skipped a turn there. Yep, get rid of the giant's defense, then we can hopefully melt him. Yep, there we go. So this guy can charge into the back of them, and then these guys can charge into the Orc War Chief. So it just works out in the end. Oh, that's not good. So yeah, the Orcs are definitely the scariest enemies for Undead. Simply because they have so much power, and Undead have got very little defense. Like, come on, you have to vow. Wow, really? You're not vouting? That's crazy. So this is going to be 6 attacks, 7 attacks, 4. No, that's not 4 attacks. That's 6 attacks as well. This is going to be 11 attacks. So I'm currently thinking, because I'm going to use this hex on somebody, because I want them gone. I think these guys are the best because they already have little defense. I want them gone. That's not good. That was not in my plans. Part of the reason why I charge these guys is because if I charge the trolls, then these guys would have turned around and charged me in the back. So the trolls can only charge me in the side, and because of how single entities work, that means that basically, yeah, I get all my attacks off because my lord attacks the trolls and my dragon attacks the trolls. So the side charge only gives them like +1 in balance, not actually in practicality. Right then, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Next episode will be continuing on our journey. Bye bye!